probably time to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this weird corner of the internet. Except those who are easily offended. People who don't like bad movies. People who take life too seriously.
You'll never make it out of here alive.
Anyways, setting rest. Or not at all helpful host. Hickory, the dang and underwhelming. TDAU Live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm, of course, Hickory, the dank and underwhelming. Welcome to episode 14B, a very deplorable garbage Halloween special. That's right. We got a lot to talk about. Like half the American electric being called garbage by the sitting president. Plenty more interesting stories to get into, but unfortunately, as you fine folks know, it's a tradition around the show that Hickory, the dank and underwhelming is not available for Halloween. We have a very special guest filling in, as you know, we've had guests the past few years. This one's very special, and I do hope you guys enjoy the very special Halloween edition of TDAU Live, episode 14B. Let's go.
Yeah, back baby.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits?
This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of a punk, and then all his friends left him and now he's here alone. It's the story of a drunk who grew up kind of punk, now he's here doing the dang and underwhelming live show.
This is a weird show.
Dang and underwhelming live show. Dang and underwhelming live show. Dang, 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 dang and underwhelming live show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I am, of course, Casey Jones of the Ninja Turtle saga. Not Hickory, the dank and underwhelming by any means, in a different costume. And I forgot to move the light back, which might be why it looks like we're sitting in the dark down here in this sewer where I'm filling in. Let's do this. That's right. Turtles eating all the pizza. Damn turtles. Anyways. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's TDAU Live. It's episode 14B. And happy Halloween. I hope you guys are all staying safe and, not getting diabetes on all the candy. Blazing ballot boxes, Batman. Yeah, it's, who knew? Who knew? Who knew if you lose, you leave really important stuff, very insecure places that things happen. Like, it's mildly ironic that we spend all our time seeing places like Walgreens put everything behind a lockbox. You can't even walk into like a CVS in a big city and not have to ask the cashier to go unlock a box for you. And meanwhile, we set a bunch of ballots in a mailbox outside. But what do I know? I'm just a sewer dweller, hanging out with a bunch of turtles, punishing criminals. It says, please do not blame Oregon for any of this. I feel that exact way, Sean. Well, I don't. I mean, I do, because I come from New York City. The greatest place on earth, I guess. But, yeah, Hickory feels that way. Coming from Vermont, dude, it sucks. You're just constantly surrounded by a bunch of people who have no idea what the hell they're talking about. I talked to a person the other day that was like, yeah, I gotta vote for reproductive rights. And I was like, you realize that if Roe v. Wade was reinstated, we'd like lose a bunch of time? Like we're way beyond that in this state. If Roe v. Wade got put in, like, you'd be restricted by like 2/3 of the time that you could, like, do the thing. So I won't blame you, Sean. I won't blame Morgan. No, I'm blaming the media, the propagandists, the idiots online. Turns out I'll be slipping my ballot in on election day as God intended. Yeah, as the Constitution intended. One day. Yeah, now we got election month, apparently. And they still can't get the count in one time. It's mildly mind-boggling. Oh, mind-boggling. Okay, let me pull up the share screen. Yeah, we got lots going on this week, but the trending right now. The trending. Oh man, the Trump troll train is and it's a lot coming from like a New Yorker myself. Tough on crime dude, you know. Do you see my opinion? Fabricated machete wielding ballot bandit. Oh, is Jason out there? That's a different mask. That one looks like this. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, no, these need to get painted. To be honest, I'm amazed I've held character this long. We 7 minutes in. Holy shit! Oh, it's been a bunch of characters. Oh man, what a week it has been in the life of the guy I'm filling in for. He was Terrifier 3 last Thursday. That was great. I think it was Blue Hair's grandson doing a favor for Oh, could be. Could be trying to, get her Social Security not taxed. That could be a thing. Trying to help her out just a little bit. But yeah, no, what a week. Thursday we went out and saw Terrifier 3 with the cousin and his girlfriend. And I gotta say, I ain't never seen a movie like that in theaters before, and I hope to again. Man, that was fun. We had a good time. On Friday, the Dank and Underwhelming was at a movie roasted Jason X. Saturday, we went to a holiday parade where he dressed up like Sully from Monsters Inc. And people kept asking for candy because they thought he was part of the parade. That was great. And then Sunday, we were supposed to go to a Halloween party, and I promptly fell asleep on the couch. It's kind of a bummer. I was looking forward to that. Tomorrow, trick-or-treating with the nieces. It's going to be like 70 degrees in Vermont, which is uncharacteristic. I'm a little bit bummed out. I'm not going to lie. I was looking forward to wearing the Sully suit again. Or the Sam suit. I thought about wearing Sam tonight, but like it's not going to work. I think you could probably barely hear me now with this mask on. The Sam suit and not being able to see would be a whole nother level of crap. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. It's TDAU Live, and the internet is on fire right now with pictures that look like this. Look like the Orange Man, backed by the orange-bagged Hefty from Babylon B. That's right. Trump scores the coveted endorsement from Hefty. Yeah. So this has been a whole thing in the past couple days with lots going on. But yeah, apparently Tony Hitchcliffe made some unfavorable comments. Basically referring, I think there's a big pile of trash floating around in the ocean. We know it as Puerto Rico. Calling attention to the fact that Puerto Rico has massive garbage issues and they're poorly managed. Makes me think Hefty is getting into the body bag. Oh, savage. But Tony made a comment on a Trump rally about, Puerto Rico basically being a giant floating pile of garbage. And the media went crazy, which is funny. Because up until that point, they were talking about it's a bunch of German World War II soldiers. That's what it is. It's a big rally for them. Nobody's had a rally like this since the Germans did back in 1939 before the war and all this. And then the one thing they could complain about was a roast comic making a joke that nobody cared about because it's hysterical. And it's true. And it was just drawing attention to the fact that Puerto Rico has a serious trash problem. To kind of recap, I guess Jon Stewart, what do you got to say on this one, buddy?
Grabbing headlines for all the wrong reasons. A comedian who offered unfunny, racist, cringeworthy jokes.
Basically, unfunny, racist, cringeworthy jokes, even though he got giant laughs.
Calling Puerto Ricans trash.
The most
because these people don't listen.
Repulsive racial jokes about Latinos.
Disgusting and hateful.
So incredibly crude.
Frankly, just too X-rated to play here.
Extremely vile so-called jokes.
Extremely vile so-called jokes. Yeah. Because these people are into PC comedy, which isn't funny at all.
Extremely vile so-called jokes. She name-checked my comedy album from the 90s.
Insert canned laughter here. Yeah, I need a button. That would be great. We need to get a button over on the show. Hickory, when I'm done cleaning up crime tonight, you got a clapter button. That shit would be great.
Did I really? I don't know who's AI, me or that guy.
I don't know. That's a great looking cover. Keep up the good work, John. And by good work, I mean congratulations on producing a show that isn't Colbert's. You know what I mean?
Now, obviously, in retrospect, having a roast comedian come to a political rally a week before Election Day and roasting a key voting demographic, probably not the best decision by the campaign politically. But to be fair, the guy's really just doing what he does. I mean, here he is at the Tom Brady roast a few months ago.
The great Jeff Ross, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff is so Jewish, he only watches football for the coin toss. Gronk, you look like the Nazi that kept burning himself on the ovens. Kevin is so small that when his ancestors picked cotton, they called it deadlifting.
That is brutal.
Yes, of course. Terrible. Boo, yes.
Yeah, it's really awful. Don't laugh at that. You can't laugh, John.
There's something wrong with me. I find that guy very funny. So, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, bringing him to a rally and have him not do roast jokes, that'd be like bringing Beyonce to a rally and not have...
Apparently this is the second time that Beyonce's been touted to sing at a Kamala rally. No, the first one was at the DNC convention. And didn't even show up for that one. This one, she came out, she spoke 3 minutes. Apparently. Yeah, I don't know. John nailed it on this segment.
Is the alarm.
Yeah, absolutely. Once in a while, a blind clock is a broken clock. A broken squirrel gets to nut every once in a while. I just realized I might have a small bit of bicep vein showing there. You know, getting excited. Sorry. Oh, shit, I should probably read that before I put it up. Looks to me like... Looks to me like Schindler. I mean, Jon Stewart is attempting to buy appeasement, allegedly. and to be fair, it's not a horror mask. It's the hockey mask that Casey Jones wore. It's just one that's somewhere in between the comics and the movie. And, one that a dank magician might have built himself. Because why wouldn't you have a bunch of cool props like that laying around? Not like this. This is a blank. This thing needs to get painted, and I've been lazy. A lot going on, man. Sometimes I wish it was less, but I also think if there was less going on, life would be kind of boring. That being said, I'd probably be getting on the Dank and Underwhelming. He'd actually be on his content game. But yeah. So to recap the timeline. Donald Trump has a rally at Madison Square Garden that packs the place, and there's 20,000 overflow, and it's freaking huge. Tony Hitchcliffe from the Kill Tony podcast, which is in the top 100 podcasts in the world. There's a roast comic shows up and makes some jokes. The one that everyone's offended about is saying there's a giant floating island of trash, and apparently we call it Puerto Rico, calling out the issue with Puerto Rico and the fact that their politicians suck, just like most politicians, and they got a bunch of trash everywhere, and they have a real big trash problem. To which we get to the point where, before we get to the parody point, I suppose we got to get to the Biden point. That's a double, my man. Did you not see the picture? Oh yeah, of course. The the COVID mask, which is starting to come back. I'm not gonna lie. I should have put one of those over this. That would have been. It was sad that Barron Trump arranged the Tony. I guess I don't really know what you're talking about there. It's kind of not sure what these things link together. I haven't heard the story. Maybe this was after the main part, anyways. So a comic at the rally made that joke, and last night, the leader of the free world. Oh, he said it was said that Barron Trump arranged to kill Tony opening. Oh, I mean that wouldn't surprise me, man. Like, like he's Barron's like a fucking he's a dude, you know. Like he's a tall, handsome, testosterone-filled dude. I wouldn't blame him at all if he booked one of the funniest comic shows ever to open for his dad just so he could see him live. Like, you know, like if I was the, I'm way too old for this now, but if I was the maybe not. Maybe I'll have to like talk to my dad and see if he wants to run. If I was to be the president's son, like, yeah, I wouldn't spend it like Hunter did, like embezzling a bunch of money and doing illegal shit and just smearing the name of my family. I spent a lot more like just trying to hook up awesome acts for the presidential rallies, so I get to meet all my heroes and be like, Dad, you should have, you should have Rogan open a rally. Can we not make that happen? Well, if we can't get Rogan, maybe we should get Doug Stanhope. Oh, he's not available. How about Doug Attell or David Attell? Like, it'd be like that. We'd just be pushing Dad to get the comics I wanted to see. And fast forward to last night. Here we go. President Joe, who remembers that this guy is running the country? Anybody out there raising their hand? Yeah, no, I don't think so. We're all like, oh shit, yeah, no, I forgot. Joe Biden's still in office. He's still technically the president of the United States of America. I say technically because, like, who knows actually running this thing?
He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top.
He's failed. You know, he's completely failed. I mean, I'm not saying this from the perspective of a guy who's been a politician for 50 years and has flip-flopped on everything, especially my treatment of people who are have more melanin than I do. But yeah, completely failed. That's what I got to say. We can't forget, like, he had the greatest economy ever, but he's a failed businessman.
No. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
The Puerto Rico that I'm from, yeah, you get it, Joe. You just invent facts as you go. The media will back you. I don't care. Yeah, Joe Biden's from Delaware, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Puerto Rico at this point. That's why he has such an illustrious dark complexion. That's Trump about the garbage joke. He said he didn't know who he was. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. That being said, he should be honored that one of the top comics in the country not only invited him on his show, i.e. Rogan, but is opening rallies for him. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. And yeah, I wouldn't blame him for trying to distance himself from it a little bit, because to be honest, like, the media did go after it. The ironic part is the media is not going after this comment, which is far worse. They're going after Trump for a comment that was made by a comic at his rally, where he basically alluded to the the land being trash, which is not that far from true. And was basically trying to raise, like, that's what I viewed about it. It was like Tony was trying to raise awareness that Puerto Rico has been treated like shit, and nobody in the political spectrum gives a crap about it. And yeah, he may have succeeded. But the next day, the sitting president of the United States comes out and refers to Trump supporters as garbage.
I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. And then goes on to another complete sentence. Yeah, where they added to the official transcript. And now here we are today, with Donald Trump getting sponsored by Hefty. Well, not sponsored, an endorsement. Joking, of course, this is the Babylon meme, but this is a real photo. The not garbage hat. Solid. Solid. Yeah. I mean, get in, loser. We're taking out the trash in D.C. Neptune Beach polling machete or machine. Yeah, I'll look that up. Probably off screen, huh? That's probably what I should look up. Not on screen, just in case. Oh yeah, no, you did mean machete. Whoopsies. You know, I, I, I couldn't have guessed, right? Like, like I just like in any rational person's mind, you would have read this statement and thought that autocorrect corrected machete from machine. Yeah. No, apparently the Neptune Beach pulling machete incident is a thing. Oh, let's get to it. This one is from CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax. 18-year-old Trump supporter arrested after antagonizing voters with a machete at Neptune Beach polling location. Neptune Beach police have arrested 18-year-old Caleb James Williams on felony charges of aggravated assault after he allegedly threatened two women with a machete at the beach's branch library, an early voting site. The incident involved a group protesting with Trump flags and signs. Caleb's bond was set at $55,000. He was ordered to stay 1,000 feet away from polling locations, except for going to his polling place to vote. Yeah, I guess that's super important. He couldn't just vote from, like from mail like everybody else does now. I don't know. Maybe Florida doesn't have that. According to NPBD, 4:05 p.m. Tuesday. Holy shit, we're like 28 hours out from this news. Police were dispatched to the library designated as polling location for early voters and receiving reports about a subject with a machete. Upon arrival, police were directed by bystanders to Williams, who was with a group of males gathered around a truck in the parking lot. Police report that the group arrived during two protests displaying Trump flags, and one member held the Trump sign with a machete. Action News Jax received a video showing the group waving flags, Trump flags, and chanting the former president's name, with one member holding a Trump sign stabbed by a machete. I mean, like, very, very Halloween of him. Yeah, no punishment, just don't come back with a machete. I mean, like, that's probably fair. The truck next to William was standing containing a 23-inch machete. Plain view of the machete was photographed, were collected, placed in the Neptune Beach Police Department property room. I mean, it looks like a thing you would have kicking around the back of your truck. Like, that's... Mr. transported to Duval County Jail facing charges of aggravated assault against a person age 65 and improper exhibition of a dangerous weapon. Which is funny, right? Like, because that's called a weapon. But you could like stab somebody with a flagpole, and it's not a weapon at that point. It's just a flagpole. Like, it's very interesting how they phrase these things in the media. Authorities emphasized that the individuals were there to create a disturbance, stating voting is a sacred right that goes beyond freedom of speech, especially when you raise a machete in a threatening manner. Like, did he actually threaten somebody, or did he stab the sign with it? That's what I'm trying to say. Try to come to my town waving a machete, voting or not, and see if you get punished or not. I mean, like, I don't know. It depends, like, in what manner you wave the machete. like there's a big difference, like, if he was just, like, standing around with a bunch of people that were all cool with him marching or, like protesting, and he was waving around. But, like, no, you just pull it out at a polling station. Like, I'm probably gonna keep my hand on my weapon. I don't know. Interesting. That's breaking. Let's see what happens there, I suppose. We covered Jon Stewart being kind of funny for once. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got video here of Vivek on the back.
Hey. USA! You are the man. Ready to take out the garbage. Good to see you guys. Love you, brother. We took out some trash today. Good luck. Good to see you. Good to see you. Some real trash. Good to see you.
Yeah. Oh, the memes, dude. The memes. Oh, the memes. That's why I believe it is blue-haired grandma convinced or something. I mean, very well could be. That's not a bad theory at all, my friend. Not a bad theory at all. Yeah, Vivek being hysterical out there on the campaign trail. This one I thought was funny too. Me on my way to make America healthy again. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man. On the spectrum, are you more black pill or white pill? Like, I don't know, dude. I float back and forth. Like, I'm a gray pill at this point. It's, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of like white knuckling it and hoping for the best. I'd say that's true amongst like many things in my life, to be honest. Not just like the election or the show or like anything in particular. It's like, no, there's a lot of things going on right now where I'm like, I don't fucking know, to be honest. I feel like I'm riding by the skin of my teeth most of the time. So totally understandable. I'm just kind of curious. I did the same. I'm more white pill at the moment. Yeah, no, like, I am hopeful for the future. I'm also scared to death of what's going to happen. And, but like, I'm also at a point in my life where there's so much shit going on that is not related to that. Like, of course, politics ultimately affects everything and will affect my life, but there's like a lot of things that are really heavy on the mind in front of it right now. So, no, to be honest, sometimes it's like it's even hard to pay attention because I'm just like sweating the shit going on, like in the immediate circle, and not just like the word thing. Yeah, it's forums going on. Anyways, yeah, I'd like to think I'm white pilled, but that's not true all the time or at all sometimes. Yeah, the Harris addresses Biden's garbage comments. This, of course, hours and hours and hours after he made the comments during her campaign thing. Vice President Harris on Wednesday distanced herself from President Biden's comments a day earlier, even though it was during her campaign event. Because they couldn't say that Trump did the same from Tony's comments, but he completely endorsed him. But, Kamala, like, the difference in treatment is astounding. First of all, he clarified his comments, but let me be clear, I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for. Yeah, you run that shit, girl. You just lie your ass off. That's totally cool. First told reporters she departed from a 3-state campaign swing. I heard my speech last night continuously throughout my career. I believe that the work I do is about representing people, whether they support me or not, Harris added. Yeah, that's the most inclusive, absolutely most unifying, inclusive group ever. Oh, man. Oh, you can't make that shit up. It's like, oh, no, I have an inclusivity statement. It's, let me just clear everything up here real quick. What garbage? Oh, what else we got? Nope, that was more on that one. Oh, this meme made me laugh my ass off earlier, so I had to show it on the show. I just want to be as happy as the residents of Martha's Vineyard are when they're kicking immigrants off of their island. Oh, the TikTok live stream of just the Martha's Vineyard residents being so damn happy. Like, they were totally cool with the brown people on their island until they realized they didn't have leaf blowers and lawnmowers. And then, Colin dropped by. Love the costume. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Casey Jones. Yeah, I didn't bring in all the props. Like, there's a full back sling with the different clubs. I don't know the names of, because basically years ago I went to a used sports store and said, hey, I need a golf bag club and enough clubs to look like Casey Jones. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm old enough to know what you're talking about. And nailed it. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. It was a fun one. Tried to go somewhere between the 90s movie and the comics. I couldn't find an exact mask. Like, this one, I feel like I could probably do it better now. I don't know if I want to do that again or I just want to, like, work on the next build. Because there's definitely some stuff I want to build coming up. Like, correction, quite a few things that I want to build coming up. But, yeah, I don't think Casey Jones is going to be in the lineup. As much as I love him as a character, and I probably should redo a mask for him. It's, oh, here we go. With news that doesn't matter. Oh, I think I have a song for that. Yeah, let's go with this.
How the drunk is this? How the drunk is this news? How the drunk is this? Find out soon.
Yeah, the drunk is this news. Because it is, you know, just take it. You'll love it. It's going to be great. Burger King's new Hidden Valley Ranch Big Dip Cup is here. And it's huge. Huge, I tell you. It's massive, as everybody tells me. Everybody agrees. The Democrats are in a high-speed chase. 4 tires are blown and they're rolling on rims. Yeah, it's kind of a shit show. It's like the chauffeur's dead, but nobody in the back's realized it yet. Kind of wild. The Burger King's new Hidden Valley Ranch Big Dip Cup is here, and it's huge. Everybody agrees it's the greatest. Back in July, when Burger King announced the rollout of its limited time only fiery menu, which wasn't that hot for anybody who tried it, just saying. John said, wait till they come to a stop and watch them all run. I don't know if they're going to do that. That's what their base does, though. So time only fiery menu full of spicy sandwiches and sides. There's one inclusion that joined the permanent menu, the Hidden Valley Ranch Dip Cups. Initially offered as a cooling counterbalance to the fiery chicken fries, for complimentary to BK's entire menu. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, I got a little Randy Savage on it there. I wanted to snap into that Slim Jim, baby. Well, the typical Hidden Valley Ranch Dip Cup at a Burger King contains 1 ounce of sauce. The two brands are now collaborating on a huge 8 ounce. 8 ounces. It's like almost 1,000 calories of fucking ranch in that thing. Will be available while supplies last. Well, the typical 1 ounce ranch packets are great for dipping fries into the new 8 times larger condiment cup. Available starting October 16th, is big enough for dunking an entire sandwich, whether it's the Whopper or a Royal Crispy Chicken. Wild. Dip a whole fucking sandwich in that shit. Oh, man. Invalid enthusiasts, be warned, the Big Dip isn't available anywhere. What is this injustice, my friends? Let's call this out. The Big Dip isn't just available anywhere. Only Burger King locations in New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Miami, Dallas, Houston, and San Francisco. We'll have these oversized cups. You can find out where restaurants have them by checking the tracker at every participating location. The Big Dip can be requested in the store for free to purchase any sandwich. Yeah, but not anywhere that matters. Just a bunch of big shitty cities to people who want to appreciate what they have. Yeah, just for this, I'm not buying the Wednesday Burger King. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, Casey Jones letting you know you can suck it, baby. Maybe I should write like a short film based on Casey Jones. It'd be a really fun character to play. Not gonna lie. Although I did start like working on some other characters the other day, not for the Dank and Underwhelming to play like on this show or anything, but like yeah, I need to write some more characters to work on my screenwriting because I've been really inspired lately, and it's something like I really want to work on because it's silly not to. Because that's one of those things, like, I've always wanted to climb that mountain. And, yeah, no, I've been really inspired lately. I got to admit, seeing Terrifier 3 6 days ago, listening to some interviews about it, has just got me, like, a little bit jazzed. Like, I'm like, I need to get this together. Like, that first movie had, like, no budget, and it looks phenomenal. And, I'm like, I feel like we can pull that together. Not gonna lie. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna take a second and play the Magic Man single screen, the Drunk and Underwhelming's Come real quick. Because I need to like flip up the mask and grab a drink real fast, and I don't want to. I'm not breaking character this one, kids. We got a lot going on this show. And it's been super fun. Casey Jones here on the program. I'll be back in just a second. Let's get it.
There once was a magician named Hickory who wasn't too funny with a belly of tea. Nerves went up, the beers went down. Oh, boys too drunk for the show. Drunk and underwhelming's come to trick you with cards and steal your rum. One day when your show is done, you'll have to pay him to leave and go. Not 10 minutes for his next pour. The keg went dry, he went to the store. Didn't have the ale he had gotten before, so from craft to crap we go. Drunk and underwhelming's come to trick you with cards and steal your rum. One day when your show is done, you'll have to pay him to leave and go. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Boy was served his whiskey water. He tried to harpoon the barkeep's daughter. He found out, reclaimed the drinks he bought her. How could he stoop that low? Drunk and underwhelming's come to trick you with cards and steal your rum. One day when your show is done, you'll have to pay him to leave and go. No strings attached, the magician was freed. He had a mind full of filth and greed. He belonged to the magician's greed, but he's too drunk for the show. Drunk and underwhelming's come to trick you with cards and steal your rum. One day when your show is done, you'll have to pay him to leave and go. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. 40 nights or even more. The crowd went slack, then they laughed once more. All the beers were lost, he was down to 4. Where did those kegs go? Drunk and
Drunk and the Willamings come to drink it with gods and steal your rum. One day when the show is done, you'll have to pay Casey Jones with a pizza and go. Yeah. Anyways, we're back. Thank you for letting me catch a breather there real quick. We got a few minutes left on the show. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this late. I'm, of course, Casey Jones, Ninja Turtles fame, cleaning up crime on the streets in New York, which we all need a lot right now. And yeah, thank you guys for being here for justice, for vengeance, because desperation is a stinky cologne, but vengeance is a cologne that smells like fresh blood and asphalt, and it gets a real man's heart pumping. Anyways, stories that get your heart pumping. The Amish, which I'm a big fan of, and HickoryTDAU has been referred to as the son of a Irish lumberjack. He has a father that's an Irish lumberjack and a mother that's an Amish garden gnome. For sure, at least once or twice. Probably in his own songs, MC Molasses has called himself as that. I'm not here to speak on behalf of either of those dudes. But I am. I love you, man. Have a great night. See you on the other side. Mwah. Love you, Sean. Absolutely to the core, brother. You stay safe out there on the West Coast, New York. Yeah, he's out there in the shit. Much like we are up here in Vermont. Yeah, made the drive out from Hickory Studios. Yeah, it's Vermont. Wow. New York City originally. Anyways, let's get into it. For decades, the Amish have declined to vote. So that could all change. It's because of milk. Milk. It's not inconceivable that thousands of Amish votes could turn Pennsylvania red. And one man is on a mission to make it happen. That's right, this beautiful long-haired man. Yeah, Scott Pressler. 36, moved from Ohio to Pennsylvania to vote in the key swing state. Which many people frown upon, but to be honest, there's been mainstream politicians on the left advocating for moving to swing states. Scott Pressler, a giant of a man at 6'5" tall. Wow. I didn't know that. He is a giant of a man. Johnson signing off from Portland, Oregon, aka Puerto Rico, the garbage capital of Oregon. Yeah, no, I'm kind of bummed that he called us all garbage because I myself identify as poor white trash. I was raised around here, just to be clear. Shout out to Bottleneck. That's a banger. Scott Pressler, a giant of a man at 6'7", 6 feet 5 inches tall. His lustrous hair falling in great waves down to his waist. He's wearing runner shorts showing off his long tan legs and what appears to be a smidge of lipstick. Flamboyant one-time chairman of Gays for Trump. He's given himself a new task: persuade the Pennsylvania's 80,000-strong straight-laced Amish community for a vote for Trump. And in doing so, returning the former president to the White House. Seems like a tall order. As he does every Friday, Mr. Pressler is manning stall the Green Dragon Market, an Amish fair in the heart of Lancaster County, where horses and buggies can be commonplace as the motor car. Stacked up at the wall were dozens of newly printed signs declaring Amish for Trump, while an elderly couple, distinctive in traditional Amish clothing, approached the stand and signed up for voter registration papers. My heart just led me to it, said Edna Stephanopoulos. That's not what her name is, but we're going with that because I can't pronounce that. That's way too Dutch for me. I'm too New York for that Dutch shit, bro. Before returning our own market stall where she sells homemade canned fruits and vegetables, her husband, who declined to give his name, said, "I'm concerned about my country," adding cryptically, "You know why that is." Both will cast ballots for Trump. For decades, the Amish largely declined to vote. One farmer told me they prefer to put our faith in God. This time around may just be different. Angered, if the Amish could ever get angry, by a raid of state authorities and a local farmer selling raw milk, the community appeared to be stirring. Yeah, this might be the our overbearing government's own fault. In a race tied to Pennsylvania, where Joe Biden won by 80,000 votes last time, it's not inconceivable that thousands of Amish votes could turn Pennsylvania red. Yeah. Not to mention the people that might have flipped because their situation got worse in the past 4 years. That's a side note from the article, though. Mr. Pressler, 36, in some ways was an unlikely choice to persuade members of a strict, insular Christian sect to turn out to vote for Trump. He's been embroiled in a sex scandal of his own in the past. He says, show me the proof on the 2016 allegation made by the website Politico that he engaged in sexual activity in a Republican Party office in Virginia, then posts pictures on a Craigslist prompting him to quit his then job. They accused of stoking racial tensions through his involvement with a march against Sharia organized by an anti-Muslim far-right group. NBC has accused him of spreading a wide range of conspiracies, including about QAnon, which is why you should probably listen to what he has to say, because if NBC themselves is coming out against him, he's probably worth listening to. A confidant of Laura Trump, claimed that she tried to hire for a senior post with the Republican National Committee that she co-chairs. Mr. Pressler been crossing Pennsylvania for months, signing up voters, clocking up more than 20,000 miles in a few months. There's nothing he won't do to get involved. I even milked a cow at an Amish farm by hand, he says. The Amish farmer let me milk his cow. I was sitting on the smallest soul known to humanity. Someone who's 6'5" milking a cow amongst all these other cows. It shows you there's no secret. What we do is show up, show your heart, ask for a vote, get them registered. And I think that's why we're so successful. Yeah, who knows? Is the Amish vote going to come out for Trump? We will see. There's a lot going on. There's one from the Independent. Apparently, booby trap signs are a thing coming back. A booby trap pro-Trump sign in Virginia is actual shotgun shells. It's totally legal. Yeah, apparently they're just set up as like noisemakers around it. That's the long story on the story. Oh, look at that. The story's unavailable. Thank you, NBC. Oh, and then we get the end of that.
That I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as on.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. Anyways, that's about all we got. Thank you guys for hanging out with Casey Jones, filling in for the dank and underwhelming. I appreciate you guys. Before we get out here, maybe we'll listen to a song. We haven't done that in a while. It's been a fun show. We've done some fun stuff. Listen to something I've seen last in the dank and underwhelming we're working on. Let's pull this up. This is Jekyll and Hyde. Seems very appropriate for the season.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to get by. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to survive. Back where we used to get high, that little spot just behind the pines, we were just stupid teenagers trying to feel alive. That place where we used to get drunk, before you hit the tree line you could smell the skunk. We were only stupid kids trying to get by. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to get by. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to survive. Takes me back straight to Birdfest Hill, where Jake learned ecstasy doesn't come in a pill. We were all taken back by a crowd singing along. It always felt right and never felt wrong. We always played the same 5 songs. Wish one more time I could scream the pines next to you, Sean. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing Dr. Jekyll, since I bust on the scene, you wouldn't want to see either a beat if you know what I mean. Dr. Jekyll blowing up some medicinal weed while hides in the back, eating sheets of LSD. We're from the lush hills, the mountains of ET, where the green mountains are brown, orange, white, and green. You got the hide inside, that little bit of a fiend. For every molasses you met, there's fucking 3 you ain't seen. Hides chalking out lines while Jekyll's talking out time. Always playing catch up, hides running behind. Time on this mountainside, it's time to rhyme and shine. Shit, I floated up here, bitch, I'm not fucking high. It's all about time on the mountainside, learning how to embrace the grind. Yeah, you got the plan, doing all you can to get by, but you gotta understand, man, I do all I can to stay high. Cause Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to get by. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to survive. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to get by. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to survive. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside, doing all we can just to get by. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all alone on this mountainside. You're looking so good in the bed, my truck. Girl, you got a boy fluffed up. I know them hands are weapons. You've been beating off them young bucks. I don't even know what to say. Wish I could fast forward to next day. Been fuck around all over town. You'll find out why I walk this way. Got a little something to tell you, something I couldn't tell anyone else. Gotta show you what's deep inside and tell you how I've really felt when you look at me that way. Girl, this is what I'm gonna say. Girl, you got the smooth hands, rub that moisturize the teeth. No, I got the smooth plan, one of us gets knuckle deep. If you want a rodeo, baby, you should visit me. You don't have to say no, or maybe you can just blame it on the whiskey. Whoa, yeah, just blame it on the whiskey. So good in that pale moonlight, them jeans and that ass are looking tight. Not just talking about you, I'm talking about me, and you know I'm nothing but damn right. Let's get up and then lift 2-seater, pop some tops with matching beaters, back the bowl and fill some holes. I'm all American cake and pie eater. Got something to tell you, something I couldn't anyone confide. Gotta bury it real down deep and get in touch with my feminine side. You look at me that way, this is what I'm gonna say. Girl, you got the smooth hands, rub that moisturize the teeth. No, I got the smooth plan, one of us gets knuckle deep. If you want a rodeo, baby, you should visit me. You don't have to say no, or maybe you can just blame it on the whiskey. Whoa, yeah, just blame it on the whiskey. else, I just want to say thank you. Have a beautiful night. Drunk Magician out. Cheers. Now let's get the credits.